Okay, I'm just about to take a look at the Bird 2013 Single Vineyard Pinot Gris from Marlborough. But before I do, I think it's important to look at some of the unique attributes of this grape variety and how we have to manipulate them to ensure that we get the best quality that we can from the vineyard. Pinot Gris is widely grown in New Zealand, and there are good wines grown in pretty much every grown region. The reason for this is it's a very adaptable variety and it's a very fruitful variety, and we can make a number of different styles of wine from it. In fact, one of the biggest problems that we have as New Zealand winemakers is deciding on exactly what style it is that we want to make. From the Bird Wines perspective, we're just going to let the vineyards do the talking. We know that our vineyard sites are quite excellent. We know that we can apply world best practice viticulture. And from that perspective, we have absolute confidence that the fruit we get out of the vineyards will be top quality and the consequential wine will follow. Okay, looking at the colour. Well, already we can see some early colour development, and this is something we deliberately go after. Pinot Gris, as I've mentioned, can produce juice that is slightly pink, and we enhance this at the winery by giving a little skin contact at the press and squeezing until we see some of the pink colour evolve. A number of winemakers over the years have tended to shun that practice and stop squeezing the Pinot when the colour starts. We happen to know that when we see that colour run, we also see flavour, and so we think it's a positive attribute in the wine, and it's consistent with the terroir. It comes from the vineyard, and so we need to keep it in the wine. Okay, the aroma. Very subtle, very elegant. Pinot Gris is almost exactly the opposite to Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon Blanc will jump out of the glass and scream at you from the other side of the room, whereas Pinot Gris tends to quietly walk up behind you, tap you on the shoulder and whisper in your ear. The aromas are more floral in nature and quite perfumed. I get a distinct orange blossom character coming through in the 2013. There are hints of more exotic tropical fruits coming through, and just a little bit of heat appearing in the back of the nostrils, which is an indication of ripeness and slightly higher alcohol. Alrighty, the all-important taste. The theme of subtlety continues here. The wine starts with these wonderful, elegant floral characters, and as the flavour evolves, the more pungent tropical or exotic fruit flavours start to emerge. There's a little heat on the back of the tongue from ripeness, and of course that ripeness has led to wonderful texture in this wine. It's really fleshy. The acidity, of course, which is one of the primary attributes of growing Pinot Gris in Marlborough. The acidity is right through the palate and just finishes at the end of the tongue with a nice, clean, crisp snap. Let's talk food. Pinot Gris is unique in its capacity to be paired off with a very wide range of foods. It's one of the few wines that works almost perfectly with a wide range of Asian style dishes. It'll handle coriander rather well, and we know coriander to be a very fragrant herb. It'll handle dishes with quite a high content of chili in them. The great thing about Pinot Gris is that it's entirely happy to be the junior partner in any marriage with food. So if you have strongly flavoured dishes, Pinot Gris will work. It won't clash with them, it'll just quietly sit in the background and be an outstanding drink to accompany your food. If you have more elegant flavoured dishes, the Pinot Gris will step up and take its place. So from that perspective, it's extremely versatile and an extremely attractive choice when you're pairing up foods. My personal favourite is the good old-fashioned chicken roast on a Sunday afternoon with a bottle of Bird Pinot Gris. Cheers.